Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live on Saturday. Do have yourself a spot of tea. Where is my tea? There it is. There's my tea. Okay, let me welcome a few people to the channel today. Lydia, Dari Wiley, Elizabeth Anders, Mary H., Rohini Gillian, Gilland, okay, and Bennett, Berta Sanchez, Diane Hawkins, Lynn, Donna Reese, Rose Green. Any word on Miss S yet? We're praying for Miss S, right? And who else are we praying for? It was someone else. I think there's 2 people that had surgery and a bunch of people that are feeling under the weather. But I hear that that's going around. If you live in the Midwest or on the East Coast, then you know the weather has been playing up something terrible, and we're expecting more thunderstorms today. So it almost took an act of Congress to get me out of bed today. But yeah, it's really good sleeping weather, as us old timers say. But at the same time, when you got stuff to do, it is your worst enemy. Hello, Marshar, Elizabeth Anders, Jean MK, Brenda. Was that Imelko? Okay, that's a new one. Um, let's see, who else do we have here? Joan Commonwealther. Welcome, welcome. Oh, by the way, speaking of tea, the lady enjoying her tea right there. I'm embarrassed. I don't actually know her stage name, her real name, but she is actually having a series made for the Bridgerton. Is based on the Bridgerton books. Well, anyway, the lady that plays the queen, well, she's going to have kind of a solo gig. Well, not solo, but she's going to be featured as the lead for a spinoff, which will actually be a prequel to Bridgerton. And it's going to feature the young life of Queen Charlotte. Cannot wait for that. That should be quite interesting. I don't know exactly what direction are going to go with that, but because it's a Shonda Rhimes production, I'm pretty sure it is going to be brilliant. So, cannot wait to see that. Let's see. Okay, I just got a couple things to do here. And let's see. Get my slides up. Of course, I was working up until the last minute. Did not even make a proper thumbnail. I just threw something out there. Um, but the thumbnails are very important because this is like the first opportunity to bring people to your video or your channel. Speaking of thumbnails, that body language guy, the one that always looks like he's angry, I saw a thumbnail for him today. Oh gosh, let me see. What was it? It was something. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know what it is. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say because I don't want you guys to go and look at it. Um, I'm not even going to say. That's a shame. We have to like really guard our words so not to um, help the enemy, but so many times just by saying certain things, it piques someone's curiosity, and next thing you know, someone is getting clicks. Hello, Mystic Toxin. Um, Diane Hawkins, if I didn't say hello already. Okay. What is that? A podcast called Village Television is promoting Beyond the Red Carpet and okay, well, I'm not interested in that at all myself. Let's see. Fully activated now. Can't keep me down. By the way, um, Camilla Tominley is a liar. Angela Levin is a liar. Richard Palmer is a liar. Prince William is the R word. And Tina Brown is, what is that? Tina Brown is a, um, is at, what in the world is that? Anyway, Diane Hawkins, please never make up one for me because I don't think I could survive it. I don't think I would survive it. Hello, Barbara Lane. Hello, hello. Um, oh, the premier of British Virgin Island. The premier of the British Virgin Island was arrested recently due to allegedly drug charges, possibly. Now Britain wants to suspend it. Huh? I haven't heard anything about that. Okay. Oh, sister just wants to say hi. Oh, you know what? Let me clean my glasses. There's a big smudge here, and I feel like I'm looking through something. That's not helpful. It is, I delayed my eye exam because of the pandemic, but it's time for me to get over that. I need some new glasses, I think. Okay. Hello, Kate Herrera. Dorothy Ross, hi. All right, so let's get started. Let me take that away and bring that out there. Oh, wait, that is still there. There we go. A revolt is brewing at Prince Harry's Silicon Valley gig, BetterUp. This has nothing, and I do mean absolutely nothing to do with Prince Harry. I avoided this story because I just didn't feel like the nonsense, but I said, well, it's kind of my job to look into it. And so I did. It's a big, fat, nothing burger. You hear me? A big, fat, nothing burger. Because of the rapid growth of the Better Up, they are restructuring the way that they are paying their employees. Hence, the problem that some of the people are having. Um, Anytime a company grows fast, um, it is going to cause, um, I guess, some people's feelings to get hurt, and there will be many misunderstandings. This is commonplace. This is commonplace in any business where they are experiencing very fast growth. And a mental fitness, mental health coaching firm is absolutely no exception. Um, honestly, I can't tell you I understand every moving part of it because I don't work there, and I'm certainly not responsible for structuring the way people are paid. Oh, thank you so much, Nafisa Shabazz. Thank you for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday to you, and thank you for being here. Let me see. Value is nearly $5 billion. The mental fitness startup BetterUp, this is in the Daily Beast, by the way, has faced weeks of turmoil after it abruptly changed the pay structure for its career coaches. They changed the pay structure for its career coaches. Now, as you know, the value of, oh my goodness, why are they trying to lock me out of this? I'm not buying a subscription. Okay. Prince Harry signed on as Chief Impact Officer of BetterUp last spring, promising to help promote the startup mission of mental fitness and its army of more than 2,000 professional coaches. It's likely a lucrative gig for the British Royal. BetterUp raised 300 million at 4.7 billion valuation in October. Now, I'm just going to go out on the limb and say this. I'm going to go out on the limb and say this. I believe that Better Up is better off because of the Duke of Sussex. The Duke of Sussex's interest and eventual hiring into the company, and of course, by them expanding into Europe the way they have, I am just going to go out on a limb and say if it wasn't for the Duke of Sussex, perhaps the growth that they're enjoying right now may not have happened as fast, as quickly, or at all, is all I'm saying. I mean, surely it's a good product. They would have been okay with it without Harry. But I'm just going to call it like I see it. I think Prince Harry has helped that company expand in a way that would not have been possible without having him as part of their overall executive team. I'm just saying. Um, okay, let me see. There are many of us who are upset, said the coach, who effective pay was slated to fall by nearly a third, speaking on condition of anonymity. In order to discuss private company matters, I would say my heart is broken, and I think there's really questionable ethics going on. Again, nothing to do with the Duke of Sussex. He has no control over the way their pay is structured, none whatsoever. We don't even know how much time Harry spends at the office, if he ever goes into it. We don't know anything about that. But there are some 2,000 coaches, and I can assure you that not all 2,000 people are in that same building at the same time, if ever. There may be a bunch of people that have been hired online and has never seen the office before in their life. And let me say this too. Uh, One of the companies that offered an ability to work from home, one of those companies that has offered an ability to work from home, nothing to do with BetterUp, but that company found out that there were people who were billing their work hours for, say, a 40-hour week, that were able to complete their work in 18 hours, in 15 hours. And so they had a mass layoff. And I'm pretty sure that involved people who, and mind you, I'm not saying that that is what's going on with BetterUp, but there are situations as we transition from being in a physical workplace to being able to work from home, where people are able to build their hours to the company. Um, and the company finds out, wow, it took you 40 hours to do that. when you were in house, but now that you're working from home and you're working from a computer that we gave you to do that work, wow, it's interesting. We find out that you can do 40 hours of work in 15 hours. Is it not interesting? Does that seem strange to you? Again, I'm not saying that that is what's happening at BetterUp, but I'm just saying that there's two things going on. The company is growing very large, very fast, and we don't know anything about the people. Of course, this anonymous person who's saying that their pay structure has dropped by a third. We don't know what was required of them, or you know, it's somebody perhaps who wanted to grow with the company in a certain way, and they just were not eligible, unable, or maybe they just didn't like their tie. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many variables that can go into that. Thank you so much, Barbara Lane, for the super sticker. Thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. And happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let me look at just a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to look for your comments. Let me see. I'm a coaching member. I don't want to focus on how they're going to rate me. Another BetterUp contractor said, from the ethical perspective, we are there to coach the client, not have them press the like button. Ooh, that's a good one. Let me see. I'm trying to find the part where it says that this has nothing to do with Harry. But yeah, that's in there somewhere. Okay. Still, the matter has changed better up. Many of his coaches will stick to the platform, said a frustrated contractor. I think that for some people, is their primary income, and they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Let me see. One coach expressed concern about the rapid evolution of the professional coaching world, which has emerged as a crowded cottage industry with limited oversight, and the Daily Beast previously reported. Let me see. Forbidden from discussing. Nope, that's not it. Okay, none of the coaches was clear about Prince Harry's role at the company, either raising questions in their minds about how meaningful his role is or whether it is simply marketing smoke and mirrors. Huh. In other words, um, I don't think that any of those 2,000 people, or very few of those 2,000 people, have any direct conversations, or if they've ever been in a room with Prince Harry. But the thing is, the company has grown because of the Duke of Sussex. I'm just going to go with that one. Let's see. This is just trying to put a stain on anything Harry is involved with. Joyce Vos, that is absolutely true. Harry is an employee of BetterUp. He does not own the company. Come on, Diane Hawkins, speak it. Preach, preach, preach. He's an employee just like everybody else who happens to be incredibly fit. His arms are massive now since he's been working out. And he's just had this huge success with the Invictus Games. He has nothing to do with that stuff. Tell Anonymous best bet is to show up face to face in person down at HRC and make his grievance known. Putting out on the internet anonymously will get you nothing. Come on, Diane. What's in your coffee cup today? Let me take a sip of mine. I knew y'all to straighten this out. Let me see. I'm scrolling back a bit. A lot of independent contractors. Yes, yes. Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of TikTok. There's a lot of grievances from the content creators, and a lot of these things had to really, I guess, they had to bring it to the attention of whoever runs TikTok. They had to bring it to their attention so that they could make their grievances known. But once that happened, they have made some changes. Same with any social media platform, right? Not to call BetterUp a social media platform, but with anything, now that we live in such a virtual world, how can you know for sure that your voices are being heard by the right people? And how many people actually, like Diane Hawkins say, make it a matter of a visit to the HR rather than anonymously putting it out there in social media or whatever. So that makes a lot of sense too. That body language guy only makes money by speaking ill of Meghan. How can anyone make money by harassing one person for years? This world is upside down. Yes, Catherine Mark. It's single purpose hate channels is something that is not supposed to be tolerated by YouTube. That's against, I'm sorry, that is against their policy. I like to be very, very upright and posh in English when I say that. That is absolutely against their policy and reprehensible behavior, may I add. There you go. In other words, keep my Duke's name out your effing mouth. The Daily Beast is trying to stir up trouble. Uh-oh, there's Richard. Diane, don't get me started because you know how I love this. Uh-oh, there's Richard. See what you started. Okay, everyone continue and come and support Baron. Thank you for everyone that is here. Fabi Baron, thank you for being here and thank you for that shout out. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. Harry, market and sales to governments, money coming in. Uh, you do your job, your paycheck. Absolutely, Denise Marcus. Absolutely. Yeah, it just sounds like someone is and as for this person who wants to remain anonymous, I'm sure Daily Beast does their homework, but oh, wait. I got one of those standing desks, as I've mentioned many times before, and I wanted to raise it to the next level, but I pushed it to go all the way up, and I'm sitting down. The microphone was well above my head for a second there, but I'm back. I'm back. Let's see. Let me take a couple of more comments, and then we'll move on. Let me see. Your words about hot Harry just gave Angela Levin is a liar. A personal moment. She even went thumbs up for a moment. I think I get that, Diane Hawkins. Looking at the same equation with the contractors as sales and marketing contractors don't know anyone. Um, Let me see. Divide sales equals nobody's getting paid. Okay. Okay. I was never that good with math, but thank you. They were worried, cautious if Harry is being gifted stock, how much is value. Harry had better up coaches debrief the Invictus athletes before leaving the venue. Some thought it unusual or a ploy. Huh, I hadn't heard that before. But anyway, whatever the case is, I am going to just say that in my heart of hearts, I feel that BetterUp is better off because of the Duke of Sussex. If it wasn't for Prince Harry, I can assure you that I would have probably never heard of BetterUp. So Harry brings a certain amount of cachet every place he goes. So BetterUp is better off, and that is the bottom line. Better up, better off, bottom line. Hey, Mo Shannon, welcome to Royal Sussex. All right, so let's change gears. And to do that, I am going to need some help. So let me solicit the aid and help from Afro Annie. So, someone pointed out to me yesterday that there was an article saying it took me 40 years to watch the movie Diva. It was worth the wait. Have you guys ever seen the movie Diva? That is a French movie. They came out in 1981. It became like a cult favorite, especially in France. I think the movie was very well received in France. Anyway, the movie features a postal worker who falls in love with a beautiful African American opera singer named Cynthia Hawkins. Jules, the young postal worker, is obsessed with the artist and the ease in which she belts out those arias. And so he managed to do something that no one had ever done. She was staunchly against the idea of anybody recording her voice. She said that the music is for the moment. And so he actually had a third row center seat recording with absolutely no like bad quality to it at all. It was all superb for the technology at that time. And when people found out he had it, then that it was like layers of mishaps that followed him and his affection, his obsession with Cynthia Hawkins. But one of my favorite movies, I remember seeing it early on cable TV back in the 1980s. So if you have seen it, give a shout out. If not, it is in French, but they also have with the subtitles, and they also have let's see. Oh, there's like one that is dubbed in English, but I prefer to just read the subtitles. But very beautifully made movie. Okay. Somebody wants to know where did I find that Afro Annie music? It is I forget what it's called, but it's something that you don't have to worry about the what do you call it? The copyright. So that's what I love about it. But I can never remember the name of it, but it's got that kind of funky beat to it. Reminds me of back in the day. Okay, so I'm going to take it. Nobody has seen this movie. The reason why I brought it up is because it reminds me of the Duke of Sussex falling in love with this woman of African American descent, someone who is just absolutely brilliant in every way. And the chemistry between the two of them was incredible on screen. So, again, if you do have a chance to watch it, yes, it is a very old movie. It looks very dated when you watch it, but it is very artfully done. And yeah, so I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you like French movies. If you want to see Paris circa 1980s on film and you love a beautiful aria, this is your movie. And plus the whole little love story thing that was going on there, I thought it was incredible. So check it out if you can. But it just reminds me of our Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay. By now, you've probably already seen this. And by the way, thank you so much, Ronnie Vanna, for showing me that article. There you can see never complain, never explain. See that? Never complain, never explain. She never explained why she's wearing those shoes. And well, because she has them, she doesn't have to complain about wearing heels. But I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, she's wearing those, and obviously she has had a good idea that she would be photographed in those shoes, and so she just wore them. And who knows where she's coming from, but I see she's still sporting that uh, those Admiral Dewey sport jackets. I wonder if that's one of those jackets that she got from her husband or something like that. But yeah, she still looks like it's the 1980s. I don't get it. She's even got shoulder pads, but time has stood still for Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. And maybe that's why she's wearing them, for easy access to her toes. Maybe that's why she's wearing those. Maybe it's maybe she wants to make sure there's easy access to her toes. So, Sarah Tosuck Ferguson, one of these days that is going to come out wrong, but Sarah Tosuck Ferguson is wearing her slippers. Her never complain, never explain. Someone mentioned that those slippers seem like they may have come out of one of the gift shops or something like that. I don't know, a souvenir shop, whatever it is. I'm gonna give her a thumbs up for wearing it as a royal princess. I am going to give her a thumbs up, and or in her case, I'm going to give her a toe up for wearing those shoes, because it took a lot of courage to show your face publicly after you've had half your foot in somebody's mouth. Uh, I am going to say that she has a lot of courage. So, okay, let's move on. I think. Oh no, you know what? By the way, I started thinking about her, and I remembered this. I remember this back on their wedding day. I remember that gigantic teddy bear that was in the carriage. Now, was that a teddy bear, or was that one of those people into that fuzzy stuff? Was that a person in that bear costume, or was that actually a bear? Who knows what they're into? They're a bunch of weirdos anyway, but um oh man, let's see. I feel sorry for Fergie trying to stay relevant. Can can't you imagine Megan living with Harry unmarried in a taxpayer funded housing for 20 years? I could not imagine that. Let's see, Baron. Time has not stood still for Fergie. In fact, time has sped up for her on her skin. Yes, time has marched all over poor Fergie. Well, she oh, I have no explanation for it. Okay. Hello, Karen. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Forgot the shoes. Oh, look at her knees. I'm afraid, but okay, I'm gonna take a look. Oh no. I was afraid, but oh no. Okay, okay. All right. Oh, I was gonna say something really twisted, but I bet not. Okay, I ought not do that. That's why she's back on the public purse. She can't make it on her own. Poor thing has tried though, hasn't she? She's had all kind of schemes to make money, and everything seems to go south. I don't know why she's broke all the time. I don't know why the Yorks are in such dire need of money constantly. What do they do with their money? Okay, so let us oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, and so there's this. This is why I thought about the teddy bear, because I thought about that thing about the teddy bear graphic or grid or whatever it was, hippos in the middle of the blanket. I don't know if this is the real graphic or okay. Where daddy wants his toys. Three pillows, daddy ducks prince. I don't get that one. Teddy holding heart, Teddy with necklace, gray hippo, Black Panther. Oh, well, that cannot be the real bed. That cannot be his. Well, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that's his bedroom. And it's not. So anyway, let's give them their privacy and let's move on. I agree. Diane Hawkins, the Royals need psychiatric, mental, and psychological, etc. You name they need name it, they need it. Health wise, they are a sick bunch. Too many inbreeding. Yes, the dreaded inbreds, the inbred invertebrate, reptilian, alien species. Okay. They've been called all those things, by the way. I don't necessarily agree, but they have been called all those things. So, where is Annie? Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. All right. So, moving on. Amazingly, this is an actual profile of life inside GB News rather than a parody. So Adam Bienkov, someone I've never heard of before, but I did happen upon this. He is saying here that let me bring that down so I can see what it says. Booking quality guests proved troublesome. People just put the phone down. One producer told me instead they had to rely on the same low rent guests rather than people with any particular expertise. Um, By the way, speaking of low rent guests and a particular expertise, hasn't she been on there? She's been on that network a lot, right? Someone who is a very low rent individual. Yeah. Eh, eh, well, I just think some of these things should be put aside until after the Jubilee because there are so many people who want to rejoice, and the Queen's been on the throne for 70 years, and actually, it's Meghan's fault. Meghan gets she's a Hollywood actress, and after all, it is what Meghan wants, right? So that person, speaking of low rent, she's been on there quite a few times, I think, right? I think she's one of the people that show up on GB News along with Evil Santa, Megan's paternal something. Anyway, several times a day, insiders told me a producer would attempt to book someone only to be told they've just been on a different GB News show. One presenter told me that producers had taken to booking their own parents. A Vox Pops, I asked for the person on the street view. No, they said, I guess someone will say, my mom's got a view on this. She said, I mean, has she? Is she free? That happens at least twice. The story of the most stick in the mind of multiple people I spoke to, however, concerns an episode on 6 September when Phillips suspected people were stealing anyway, stealing the orange squash from the fridge, standing by the live desk, milked up and about to go on the air. Philip reportedly shouted, "Oh, I can't say that. Has my squash," which you know what has my squash. Anyway, you get the point there. But yeah, so they can't really get a decent booking on that show. They have to rely upon a bunch of family members, the usual suspects like you know, that one, the usual suspects. Those are the only people that they can get on there. And of course, evil Santa, TM Thomas Markle. Okay, we have a new member. Thank you so much, Amelia Devine. Thank you so much for being a new member. Thank you for joining Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday to you. Thanks for watching. Also, oh, is there a troll alert? Aside from this troll, or is there another? Also, thank you so much, uh, Olive Perry. Thank you for the super sticker. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. All right. So I thought that was very interesting. Uh, but you know what? It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. They have those long, drawn out commentaries and such, and they tend to debate each other. It is a real echo chamber on that so-called news network, which Navarra Media has pointed out has very, very low production value, meaning that they have not put a lot of money into producing a very well-made news show or talk show. Um, and I believe someone said that when they run out of shows, that they actually rely upon streaming their old radio shows, or whatever radio shows have been streamed throughout the day. That is what they stream the majority of the time on that network. I've never actually watched it, so I don't know what their schedule is like. I'm sorry, their schedule. I have no idea what their schedule is like. So, but anyway, it's a rotten place filled with rotten people, and I can't wait until they go out of business. Okay, yes, please hit that like button. Thank you, Verda Sanchez. There's only 45 likes, and there's 727 people in the chat. For real? What are y'all doing? Please hit that like button. Uh let's see, Legs, I agree with all that you said, and I once had the same feeling about her, but she was so also taking money from that guy, I don't want to say his name, and trying to reintroduce that guy back into society. I'm torn. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. It is a snooze fest. GB News. I don't know how they maintain that hostility. Oh, okay. It's 304 likes. Thank you, Lydia. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. But hit the like button anyway. Thank you so much. And please, 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 if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Royal Sussex. We are so close to 14,000 subscribers. It is so big, I have to say it like Oprah Winfrey. What else would I do? Oh, my voice is kind of weak today. I think it's because of it's like a period of high allergies for some people because of the fact that it just keeps raining. But otherwise, I feel fine. It's just I think I'm having allergies or something. So I'm going to take a peek right now. I'm just curious to see how many subscribers. Oh, that's not bad. 13,830. Make it rain. Make it rain. You guys know, I told you a while ago that I come from a particular native tribe. If you guys can remember that tribe that I come from, go ahead and refresh my tea. But this time, I want you all to make the what do you call it? Make some new subscribers. Okay? So don't forget, if you can, bring in some new subscribers to Royal Sussex. All right, that's enough about that. Let's move on. I need a break beat. I need a break beat. So I am going to solicit the help of Afro Annie. Come on, Annie, hit it. One of the squatties, and do you remember that day when we were given our tribal nicknames? It was so funny. You guys that leave the channel very fast, that after Ginger Adventure, sometimes you miss some really fun exchanges that we have. It's not even like a members only thing. It's just for those who stay after. And so we were giving out our tribal nicknames, and I said my tribal nickname. I come from a tribe called the Tippahos. I can't remember all of the ones that other people were saying, but God, it was funny. Some of them had got kind of raunchy, I think, but it was all in fun. But yeah, I, okay, well maybe we'll do that later. I don't want to get sidetracked right now. So one of the squatties created this magazine cover. Well, you guys have heard of the Palace thing that that writer has out there. Well, this one is because facts matters. The Meghan papers. Her character and accomplishments are easily verifiable facts. Her brand has been consistent from the age of 8. She has prestige, wealth, admiration, and respect prior to royal family. Her name is not synonymous with scandals like the other royals. She is thriving, peaceful, and living her best life. She is not dying to belong. She chose herself and walked away. She chose herself and walked away. Um, well, there you have it. Now, if that describes our Duchess, is there anything else you need to add to that? So there you have the Megan papers. That is more accurate. That other one is just a bunch of hooey and hearsay. So I unfortunately I forgot which squad created this, but thank you anyway on behalf of the Sussex squad. Okay, hit it, Annie. Okay, according to the Telegraph, Clarence House has firmly denied that Prince Harry has no intention of attending the coronation. For someone who has been so eager to never explain, never complain, and refuse to support his son against the media, Charles sure is denying a lot recently. So that is in reference to, and thank you, Anna, for that. Clarence House this week firmly denied a report in Private Eye that the red that a red line has been drawn by Prince Harry, who allegedly said he has no intentions of attending the coronation of a future King Charles if he is crowned side by side with his emotional support, Camilla. Sources pointed out that while news that Camilla will one day be known as Queen was a surprise to members of the public, it would not be a shock to a prince who would have been party to palace thoughts on the matter since his father remarried in 2005. Well, I can't speak for Harry, but Charles will need the support of both of his sons on the day he is the day that he goes through his coronation. The reason why he's going to need support from both of his sons is because Charles is not in the best position in the public's eye. There are so many people who only accepted his emotional support, Camilla, because it was assumed that she would go by the title princess consort, not queen consort, but princess consort. And then somehow, when the queen was looking the other way, there was a statement released from Buckingham Palace slash score, whatever, stroke Windsor Castle, saying that I hope you will support my son as you have always supported me. And also, the emotional support Camilla is going to become the queen consort. Now, my theory about that was when the queen wasn't looking, somebody threw that document in her red box while she was sitting there and thought she saw Philip. Philip, I know I saw Philip. When she thought she saw Philip, she looked the other way, and somebody, Charles, slipped that paper in her box. She signed it, and it became a thing. Other than that, nobody was expecting that to happen. But Charles probably promised all along to some of those weird nicknames they use for each other. I don't want to say them myself, but Charles promised her, "Don't worry, darling. One day you are going to be queen." And so that is how that whole nonsense got started. Um, and it would help Charles a lot. He doesn't need consent from William. And of course, he's probably not expecting it from Harry. It is whatever he says it is. Once he's king, is his thing. But I'm wondering if he's going to use that as some type of leverage so that Lily Diana and Archie might become a prince and princess when the queen goes to be with Philip. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. But maybe that is like a little leverage that Charles is going to try to use at that time. I I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Charles is using that for leverage. Who knows? The Cut had an excellent article on Inside Newsroom of the disgusting New York Post about a former newsroom editor who is suing them. Oh, interesting. I hope they got it coming. Wow, they're planning a jubilee and talking about a coronation, which is going to be first. How bad is Lizzie's condition? I think the queen is probably she's probably doing better after her trip to Wood Farm. She looked very vigorous in those photos. She looked like she's been rejuvenated or something. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the point of this article is, but when they drop news like that, weird stuff that just comes out, you know that there's something in play, but with them it's just hard to know exactly what it is. So I don't know. Let me scroll all the way here and see what you guys are saying. Okay, excuse me. I thought Bear was being funny. I was going to say both sons were need to hold down that silky chicken. Oh, I haven't shown that photo for a while, have I? There should not be any bargaining with Archie and Lily's doctrine. Archie and Lily should be HRH, Prince and Princess, after Charles becomes king. I agree. There shouldn't be any bargaining. And uh, I hate to speculate about that. I don't know if Charles would be that devious in that moment. Everybody is holding their breath about the queen passing and Charles becoming king because there is so many uncertainties. Charles has acted in some pretty wacky ways in the past. There's a lot of like establishment people who do not trust him. A lot of people that do not trust Charles. Yes, Harry's got no time for that BS. These no marks are making things up for the sake that it may all come true. Yeah, exactly, Betty. You just never know. You never know what's in play. You never know. They do a lot of things like they try to introduce things in the tabloids, and a lot of times it's the media trying to guide the royal family and hoping that it sticks, just like they keep this thing going about the Jubilee, hoping that somehow they can shame the Sussexes into going so that they can get those photos because they made a lot of money during the Invictus Games. I don't know if you guys know that, but they made a lot of money. I don't know what the figures are, of course, but I just have a hunch they made plenty money. I mean, it was article after article after article, story after story. One post after the next. It was all Harry, all Meghan, all the time. They made a lot of money off of the Sussexes, and that infusion of cash is only going to embolden them to try even harder to get the Sussexes to come over there for the Jubilee and troop in the colors, most likely. I really do believe that. There's too much money to be made. Archie don't need titles. Their parents, Archie and Lily, I'm sorry, don't need titles. Their parents don't plan to use them like all the of the royals who drag their children out for their co-conspirators of the British media. Tash Mac, I agree that the titles won't be a thing for the Sussex children. However, as I've said in the past, if there is any amount of security that is provided for them because of those titles. If being grandchildren of the sovereign is going to give them any protection, then I'm all for it. I don't want them to have the titles just for the sake of having it. I want them to have the titles for the sake of their security. That's it, and that's all. They are always going to be Windsors. That's not going to change. They are always going to receive more scrutiny and extra attention because of their birthright. And so they're never going to just be the kids next door. They're never going to be, it's like with the Obama kids. It's just like with John Kennedy. Amy Carter, it took a long time before she could go places and people didn't know who she was. Once you have been for lack of a better word, branded as part of something that big, then you're never, again, for lack of a better word, you're never just a nobody. You're never just the average person on the street. You're always going to have that, especially when it comes to the Sussex kids. I just have a feeling that that is going to follow them for forever. And so I want them to have the security that goes with that. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay. Charles has always allowed his son to be used for PR for him. I'm sorry, his sons to be used for PR for himself and Silky Pamela Porter that snuck up on me for herself and Silky Chicken. I've always believed the boys were made to walk behind Diana's coffin to stop the booing and negative comments. And yeah, and to keep somebody from doing something even worse. Charles even said himself that, or was it someone who said for him that he was afraid that day that somebody might come after him? Remember that? He was afraid that somebody might come after him. Oh boy, I'm like way behind in comments. Sorry about that. Mystic Toxin says, concern for the titles would only be because Harry and Meghan are raising and also have the capacity to run political and large scale situations. I'm a nut for having for I have a feeling Harry's going to be coronated someday. Woo, Mystic Toxin. That is very, very interesting. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. And I know people are saying that that is like some kind of, what do you call it? But it's not the life that Harry wants. It's not the life that he wants. So, mm, um, I tell you, I would. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I never feel the same way twice about it. In one, because you know what, there's things that Harry can do away from that family that he should never ever go back. That he should never work full time with that family. I think that the half in, half out, when they refused that, that was a blessing for the Sussexes. I do believe that there are some occasions when Harry could really help um, some very important causes with that family, but he can also do way more outside of the family. So let's hope that day never comes. Just for his sake and for the world's sake, because I think he would be so restricted if he ever went back to that life. Let me see. Yes, Miss Mayor and I agree. The children should have their titles, whether they use them or not. They are born of royal blood, and there has been many families that have had to do without what is rightfully. Uh, yeah. So I just want the security for them. Yes, Mystic Toxin. I agree with you. My imagination takes me there. I'm not being critical at all. My imagination does take me there. When the pandemic started, the first thing I thought of was, ooh, the messy side of me said, ooh. I mean, I don't want nothing to happen to anybody, but ooh, ooh. Let me see. I don't know. Harry doesn't want it, but still, he's got the right head for doing it. Absolutely. Teresa Weissman says, my concern for Archie and Lily is still about the custody of them if, God forbid, something happens to Harry and Meghan. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to have to. Yes, I understand what you mean, but ooh, that would be messy for everybody involved. If anything, if anything would get like way out of hand fast, that would be if something like that was to happen. Because I can tell you for sure, this is the children's home now, and this has always been Megan's home, and we just ain't gonna stand for it. I'm just saying that now. We're not gonna stand for it. Let's see. Kim Coates says the titles won't become a huge issue until Charles becomes king. As king, the denial of security to. Oh, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, okay, let me clear my sinuses. I'm getting terrible post nasal drip. While I'm thinking about it, when it comes to the titles Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the idea when especially the Orange Menace was saying and so many other people stripped them of their titles. I think the reason why the sovereign cannot be the one to make that decision is because there are titles that belong to families that go back what hundreds of years, and I think that any capricious sovereign who decides that person has fallen out of favor, I'm going to strip them of their titles, would not be tolerated. It would be dangerous for everybody, including the sovereign. because there's no such thing as the divine right of kings anymore. I think the Magna Carta took that away, and was it what Charles the First, the Second tried to implement it again, or whenever that happened in their history when they decided, no, you're not divine, you're just the sovereign. That is what led to the United States Constitution and so many around the world, is that nobody is entitled to make those decisions. And so taking away someone's title would be taking away their birthright. And no capricious sovereign should have that ability to do that just because someone has fallen out of favor with them. It needs to be more democratic, for lack of a better word. If you can think of something better, it needs to be an issue that is debated amongst other leadership, and in this case, the parliament. So I think it would be very unlikely, unless the Sussexes have done something so egregious or so awful. I think that it's just not likely. Uh, I think that the Duke of York will keep his title for that reason, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of lords over the years that should have lost their titles and they just have not for whatever reason. So I think that's why the titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex are quite safe. If for whatever reason that's not no longer a thing, then of course Prince Harry is, that's his name, Prince Harry. That is his legal name, Prince Harry. Whether or not he uses it, he's always Prince Harry. And whoever he's married to is Princess Henry of Wales. But that person is not going to be called Princess Henry of Wales, not on this side of the Atlantic. They're going to call that person Princess Meghan. Is that really what they want? Because I call her that now, Princess Meghan. So is that really what they want? I don't think so. I understand what you're saying, Baron, but we have to see, we have seen that being the grandchild of the sovereign, which Harry is now, doesn't guarantee security. Harry is wrongly being restricted from security now. Yes, Tashmak, I understand. And when I say security, I mean like a broader sense of security, financial, legal, and otherwise. And so, yeah, right now there is that issue going on with security, but anything can change in the future. And so, there are certain things with those titles, excuse me, that are enshrined in law and tradition. And I'm erring on the side of I'd rather have it than not have it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's where my thoughts are. I would rather they have it than to not have it. And I think the Sussexes want it for their children as part of their birthright. So security means more than just royal protection officers. And even the other stuff that I mentioned, maybe that security may be taken away. Legal and financial security, whatever that means, can be taken away. Like, for instance, without those titles, does that cut them out of any future financial, like, inheritance if they don't have that title? I don't know. So I just feel like it's better to have it. But you're absolutely right, Tashmak. It does not mean physical security, as evident by the fact that Harry has had his security taken away and now he's being refused security. So I'm going to say you're right about that. But I was thinking in more broader terms of security. So, but let's see what happens. I hope everything works out for the best. And thank you for saying that. Okay, so we have a new member somewhere. I think I just saw that pop up. PP. I can't believe I'm saying that. PP, thank you for becoming a new member of Royal Sussex. Of course, I didn't have to say it like that. Of course, if I don't stop, I'm going to lose a new member. But thank you, PP. And thank and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. So before I lose a new member, let me keep this moving. All right. Let me see. In my humble opinion, Chucky thought pulling security would make Harry panic and come scurrying back to the British royal family again, underestimating Meghan's connections. They were body slammed, what is that, hog wadded, drop kicked, or throat punched. Dog. Cece, remind me never get on your bad side, okay? Never get on your bad side. But yes, okay, thank you for your comment. British press continue to try to downgrade Harry because he is loved and thriving. The British press is in America checking the trash cans and hiding behind bushes trying to smear them. Ty Fletcher, they are doing all those things, not to mention throwing the odd $20 bill here and there. So, yeah. Sheila Watson, I understand Harry wanting to get back to see his granny, but in my honest opinion, I think he should just stay. Say F it, F the Royals, and and they have proven me again family means nothing. Yeah. I think when you think family and you consider the Windsors, you have to remember that it is the firm. Family comes second, the firm comes first. I've always believed that the firm always comes first. Okay, you guys, we need to go on to something else. Does anyone think William is going to leave any of Harry's children money? The only money those children will get from what their parents' wealth is. That may be very true. That may be very true. I can't really speak to that, but just in case there's something we don't know about, like this money goes to, let's say, the Earl of Dumbarton, and you have to be the Earl of Dumbarton to get that money, as well as XYZ, then I just want them to have their titles because that's their birthright. And especially if that's what the Sussexes want, then I am going to oh, tell us how you really feel. Um, don't give an actual about those. Uh-huh. Seems like modern life better anyway. Okay, thank you, Mo Shannon, for that spirited response. Okay, so I am going to take that as a cue to move on. Hit it, Annie. I can't get enough of this. I just cannot get enough of hogheads plummeting numbers. Piers Morgan's top TV ratings plummet again, while Sharon Osbourne's show drops to just 10,000. Well, as I said yesterday, um, my average viewers watch my videos 10,000 times. And I have never had a facelift. Not to say that, yeah, I will say it because she said it. I've never had any work done on my face, and I got 10,000 viewers. So, what is going on? What is going on? Nobody cares about the banter between some old hoghead and some um, uh, bride of Frankenstein. Nobody cares about what they have to say. You know, that windswept face of a former talk show panelist tried to drum up a bunch of sympathy about everything that she's been going through, and it turns out nobody cares. It's just like when Hoghead put that picture on He tweeted that picture from his hospital bed because he didn't want his fans. he didn't. He didn't want his fans to worry about him. He tweeted a picture because he thought people would be concerned about the fact that they heard he was in the hospital. Really? Really, Piers? Is that what we're doing? We're putting pictures of ourselves on Twitter from the hospital bed like somebody really cares. Nobody cares about you. They don't care about you and they don't care about Sharon. That's why when Piers Morgan ran out of that studio setting a new land speed record for a human being, nobody ran behind him and said, "Oh no, wait, Piers, can we talk?" when he I'm not going to take this. When he ran out of that studio setting a new land speed record for a middle-aged, over-caffeinated, hog-headed talk show host, when he ran out of that studio, nobody ran after him. Nobody tried to stop him. And then he sat there and he waited and waited and waited for the phone call, and nobody called him. And then finally, he called back and said, um, when do you want me to come in? They say, are you going to apologize to the Duchess of Sussex? No, I won't apologize. Well, then don't come back. Then don't come back unless you want to apologize. He overplayed his hand. Now, I'm going to say this, though. I am impressed. He did set a new land speed record for a middle-aged morning talk show host. But, but either you're going to apologize to the Duchess of Sussex and perhaps future president of the United States. Oops, did I just say that out loud? Could you all hear that? Or you're not getting your job back. Apologize, or you're not getting your job back. So he refused to apologize, which I don't know why, because like I said, he had just set a new land speed record for a middle-aged talk show host. But nope, in spite of all of that accomplishment that he made by running up out of that studio, outraged and irate, he still could not bring himself. And I am impressed with how fast he moved out of there. I mean, he went through that place, and those monitors back there began shifting on their axis because of the force of him running out that studio. Papers were flying all over the place. People's coffee was just flying out of the cup. I mean, all kind of swoosh. I mean, he was faster moving out of that studio than anything else he had ever done in life. I'm telling you, this man set some kind of record for exiting the studio, and he also fired himself. This is what gets me is not only did anybody not say anything to you, but you tried to convince yourself that you had been wronged, and then you leapt out of your seat and ran out of that studio hoping that somebody was going to say, "Oh, Piers, can we talk about this? Oh, Piers, please. Can we talk about this, Piers?" And nobody stopped you. They watched you get in your taxi or Uber or get in your car and drive away, and nothing else was said. I bet you they didn't even call him. He called them. Yeah, he set a new land speed record. It was impressive. I mean, look at the blur behind him. Look at the blur behind him. And then, of course, can you guys tell me where is Piers Morgan? Is he picture number one, number two, number three, or number four? Is he on the left, somewhere in the middle, or on the right? Now, this is Alex Beresford. Alex, where's my shirt, Beresford? Alex Beresford is the weatherman who said something. I don't even know what he said to Piers Morgan, but then all of a sudden, Piers Morgan swooshed out of the studio, setting a new. Why does he have his hands up to his side? Is that to help propel him, or to build up momentum, or what? Why does he have his hands up like? Is that supposed to help him move faster? Or is that like some type of fighting stance that he has, like in case he has to fight his way out of there, as if somebody's going to try to stop him? So he's got his hands up like he might have to punch somebody out on his way out of the studio. But I can tell you one person he wasn't going to take on, not this guy. But yeah, so he's got his hands up in case he has to fight out the studio, like somebody's going to try to stop him and make him stay, not knowing that nobody cared the fact that he just set a land speed record trying to exit the studio. Oh, so yes, I know it was tough, Joycelyn, to figure it out, but yes, that congratulations, you figured it out. That vicious bowl of Jello there on the left side, that's Piers Morgan, not to be confused with Alex Beresford in the other photos. But yeah, that's the one that ran him away from his job that day. But yeah, I just love the way he got those hands up like he's gonna duke it out on the way out of the studio. Like, yeah, like he's like there may be some trouble with him trying to get out of there. So he's got his fist up in case somebody tries to stop him, right? Interesting. So Alex Beresford just simply asked him about his obsession with the Duchess of Sussex. Since that time, later on that year, Alex said, "Man, are we still talking about Meghan Markle while she is simultaneously getting on with her life? In fact, most are getting on with theirs, bar a few who want to keep the narrative going. Exhausting. I hope her big brother thanks her for his big brother appearance fees." So that was in reference to her brother going down to Australia. And then on the left there at the bottom, Meghan Markle could have gone on Ellen, stayed silent, and her critics would have heard her say something and would still be talking about her today. The Duchess is keeping so many people relevant. In other words, of course, the people that only relevance is slandering her name, making up lies, especially those who are so obsessed with the Duchess of Sussex that they just cannot seem to look at what it does to their face when they're trying to get it out there, when they're trying to figure out what can I say next. And it also alters their appearance, right? I mean, it just brings out the worst in them. And of course, some of them have been proven to, not tell the truth on many occasions, allegedly. So yeah, there is this obsession going on. So thank you, Alex Beresford, for doing what you can and when you can, and and still being able to keep your position and to stay in shape. Thank you for that. And thank you for losing your shirt on that occasion. Thank you. All right. So with that, let me see if there's any comments. Baron, you are killing me. Piers Morgan thought he was the man and found out he was nothing. Don't nobody like his harassing, lying, R-wording, and ignorant that. Nobody but a hater. Well, and of course, the one who's been helping him with his new talk show on that network she seems to, I mean, don't forget she lost her job the very next day. She lost her job the very next day. Don't you dare cry. I mean, she sounded like the wicked witch of the West, didn't she? Don't you dare cry. Remember that when Sharon said that on the talk? I don't know what got into her head or what, but she fired first. Piers fired himself, and then Sharon fired herself. I will never understand how that happened. I swear I don't get it. I don't know what happened, but she just, it was because she thought that something was going to happen, I think. I don't know. But I think it was that she thought something was going to happen that she decided to preempt them by I don't know. I still don't know how she got, and she wasn't fired, was she? Didn't she quit? She just quit. I don't understand. Can somebody explain to me how she lost her job? I don't know. I don't know what triggered Pierce into setting a new land speed record. And then the next day, he gets his good friend fired or quit or something. I don't get it. If you all can explain it to me, I'd appreciate it, but I still don't get it. It was so bad. All I can say is that it was so bad that it caused like irreparable harm to herself and to a lot of other people. Um, oh man. But let's see. Well, one of the side effects though, I remember that it caused like the ends of her hair to go up. It just literally caused the ends of her hair to like rise up for some reason. I don't know why, but her hair just started going up on the sides. Oh man. Oh man. But she started looking like Pippi Longstocking at some point. That's how bad things were. She started looking like Pippi Longstockings. And you know it's bad. You know things have really began to degrade when you start looking like Pippi Longstockings. Now that's when you know your world has turned upside down, when you start channeling Pippi Longstockings, right? I mean, how else do you explain that? How else do you explain that? One day, you're Sharon Osbourne, and then the next day you're Pippi Longstockings. I mean, it just Grandpapa, Grandpapa, the berries. Grandpapa, 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 the berries, the berries. Oh, I mean, she literally turned into Pippi Longstockings right before our very eyes. One day, she was on that talk show, right? Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong direction here. Okay, there it is. One day she's on that talk show, and then Pierce either got fired or set a new land speed record or something. And then the next day she goes on the View. Don't you dare cry. You better not cry. Don't you dare cry. It was, she sounded like that what was that movie? Um Lord of the Rings. My little pretty, my pretty one, don't you dare cry. That's what she sounded like to me. She sounded like Lord of the Rings. And then next thing I know, um, her hair just her hair turned up. Her hair literally just began to turn up. Anyway, uh, oh man. So you guys, let's move on. I've had enough of those two. I've had enough of Pippi or Sharon. I've had enough of that hog head. I'm still trying to figure out if you guys can work this out for me. I would appreciate it because I'm just not sure what happened. One day he set a new land speed record and he was gone, right? And the next thing you know, Sharon began to channel Pippi Longstocking and she was gone. And so, okay, when you got it figured out, let me know because I don't know. Let me see. Would be received siding with bashing Meghan while in the U.S. came off as supporting him. His yeah, exactly. She panicked. She panicked. She panicked. It's coming. Your town. Grandpapa, the berries, Grandpapa. Okay, you guys. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, what did I just do there? What is that? Uh-oh. I just did something I wasn't supposed to do. Anna Espinosa, I don't know what the star is for. I just accidentally put a star on your thing here, on your comment. So I don't know what the star does. What is that? Anyway, Anna, if for some reason I may have accidentally blocked you, um, let me know. I don't know. Tell one of the moderators on another channel. I don't think I just blocked you though. Make another comment. I don't think you're blocked. But on my thing, I see I put a star next to your name, and I don't know what that means. All of these things, the controls are very close together, and I have I'm not sure what I did. I'm gonna look on my other screen. Let me see. I mean, you're there, so you can't be blocked. But yeah, just in case, please let one of the moderators know on another channel. But I don't think I blocked you. Oh boy. Okay, let me pay attention to what I'm doing here. I remember one time I accidentally logged myself out of the live chat, so I certainly don't want to do that. Okay, so let's move on then. And okay, so I don't see Anna making a comment. That's not good. She has a star though. I don't know what the star is for. Okay. But yeah, so Anna, please let me know whenever you can submit another comment, just so we'll know that you're still here. And I'll manually check later. I will manually check later. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you for being a member. And happy Saturday to you. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Ooh, that's bad. I still don't see Anna Espinosa. You all see her? Okay, we'll take care of it though. Oh Lord, what did I just do? Oh, there it is. Okay, so breakbeat, please. Breakbeat. Okay. The special relationship of Native people and the crown. So I am going to take this away so you can see 22nd May 2012. 22nd of May 2012. There is the image of Prince Charles with some Native Canadians, the Indigenous population. There's another term that they use. I never know which is politically correct. But there was a time when the royals were able to, I guess, be seen as very favorable amongst the tribal people, right? But then this happened the last time they went over there. Prince Charles of Wales, which I think they spelled that wrong, of course. Oh boy, if I see a typo, the Prince of Wales, then that's bad. Anyway, the Prince of Wales, Charles and Camilla can't contain their giggles during a performance of traditional Inuit throat singing in Canada. Camilla, 69, and Charles, 68. So this is kind of dated. Um, Visited Arctic capital last week. Footage has just emerged of the pair laughing during traditional welcome. Couple couldn't contain giggles during unusual vocal performance. Camilla had to cover her mouth. Why is that funny to me? Camilla had to cover her mouth with her hand to stifle her laughter. Now, I think it was just absolutely rude, rude, rude. But I can understand it sometimes. I mean, I tend to laugh at some pretty inappropriate things from time to time. But I'm also just a civilian. Right now I'm a content creator. But these two, they're the future of the British monarchy, laughing at some of the Inuits in Canada. How embarrassing. Now, it has been announced that Prince Charles is going to return to Canada, I think within weeks or 2 weeks or something like that, and visit with I guess another tribe. I'm not sure if it's the same tribe. I'm embarrassed to say I don't really know one tribe from the other. I don't know the territories and such, but I think that that was embarrassing what they did. It was absolutely awful. Yeah, you never see her wear sunglasses. You never see her wear sunglasses, but yeah. Now, anything that she does to protect her face, I think is a good idea because as you know, the ultraviolet rays can be okay, never mind. It might be too late. Never mind. But I think anything that she can do to protect her, just to protect herself, is a good idea. That's not shady, is it? Oh, thank you so much, Matilde Zayas. Thank you for the super sticker. Happy Saturday to you, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Well, Miss Kathy, I'm just saying she needs to be careful because um the sun can be unbearable, and being exposed to those ultra. Okay, never mind. It's probably too late. But yeah. I mean, but anytime you have to tell people, no, that's his mother, right? Anytime you have to say, no, 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 that's his mother. No, 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 the one with the crowd. No, no, I promise you, that's his mother. Well, what about, that's his mother? Anytime that happens, then you need all the protection you can get. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just saying before. Okay, never mind. Exactly. 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 Uh oh we. Y'all, I think Anna Espinosa is either messing with my head or I done something to her. How come we don't see her no more? Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry, Anna Espinosa. I'm going to fix that. I promise. I'm so sorry. Either you messing with my head or I have banished you from Royal Sussex. Ooh, I hope I didn't just do that. Oh well. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Let's keep moving, y'all. But I'm gonna fix it, I promise. Uh okay. I thought maybe I put her in a private chat. That didn't happen either. Okay. So, since that last visit, this has happened. Take a look. That is QE2 face down. It was an accident, Church Nelly. You trying to make me feel bad. I promise you it was an accident. I saw like a star or something like that, and I don't know, maybe I put her in timeout. I don't know. I don't know. I got so much on me right now. I will fix it. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Dolores. Happy Saturday to you, and thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. Um, Church Nelly knows how to twist the handle on you, don't she? I don't know what happened. It was a mistake. I saw it right away, and I'm gonna fix it. I promise. I feel so bad because Anna Espinosa just ain't nowhere to be found because of my hand slipping on that button. Ain't no telling how many people I done that to. But yeah, she'll be fine. I don't know where she at, but I think she's just messing with my head, right? She'll be fine. I'll fix it and all will be forgiven. I promise. Um, there's nothing that has gone wrong that cannot be made right. I hope. I know. Maybe I shouldn't have been making fun of Kate with her jazz hands, and now my hands done got jazzy, and I can't find Anna Espinosa. So I will fix it. Don't worry, you guys. Everything's gonna be fine. Oh, oh, you guys are making me feel really bad. I promise you, it was a mistake. And next thing I know, I said, "Oh, I wonder what that star is for." And then I said, "Oh Lord, I think I done just done something to Anna Espinosa." I'm just glad I noticed it. That's the thing. I'm so glad I noticed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known what had happened to her. But that's okay. We'll fix it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, that's right. He's a waymaker. He'll fix it. He'll fix it. I'll fix it. Everything is going to be fine. I just don't know what the star was for. Gosh, I wish Miss VSN was here because she'd know exactly what to do. Miss VSN, if you're like multitasking and listening, please let me know what I did with that star because I don't know where Anna Espinosa is. But I done something to her. Wait, she ain't here. I hope she's just in the timeout. Wow, that is deep. I don't know what I did though. But okay, you guys, we're going to move on. And whatever it is, I'm sure I can fix it later. It will be fine. As I scroll back trying to find that whatever I did. Okay. That is so weird. Well, you guys, as we content creators are doing our things, sometimes this happens. And the important thing is, it's nothing that we can't make right or fix. So I will fix it. I hope. And Anna Espinosa, if okay, I see a star here. Okay, wait, I just took the star away. I don't know what the star was for, but okay, Anna, try to make a comment now. It should work. I just took that star away. So please, before these people turn against me, I cannot believe how you all are turning on me. I promise you it was an accident. Okay, Anna, I just took that star away. Please say something. Oh man, this is embarrassing. But I just went back, I found it, and I'm sure I fixed it. I am so glad you all are having a good time. I'm so glad as I sit here and literally melt in my seat. You guys are laughing at me. Okay, so one of the things I was concerned about, she'll be back in a minute. One of the things I was concerned about was this. Counselor Dennis Thomas was in The Hague, Netherlands, last week to represent the four host nations for the announcement that the 2025 Invictus Games will be hosted in Vancouver and Whistler with support from different nations. And anyway, so as you know, this I guess he's a chief. He appeared there, and I'm just like, I hope Charles ain't gonna go over there and try to stir up some trouble. That's what I was thinking of when they said that Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, was going over to Canada and that they're going to meet with those tribes. I'm just like, please don't stir up any mess. Whatever you do, please don't stir up any mess. So, um, I mean, after all, it's just Charles, and Charles is more polished when it comes to doing these tours and stuff like that. So what could possibly go wrong? After all, he's more professional than you know, his son. So that's what I was thinking about. I thought about, oh, there we go, too far. I thought about, their past connections, which Charles has met with them a lot. And then I thought about this. I'm like, okay, that might be a problem. And then, of course, this situation where Queen Victoria's statue and Queen Elizabeth's statue, there may even be protests. There may even be a protest. So is hard to say exactly what may or may not happen, but there may be some sort of protest. So be prepared for that. Um, yeah. Nope, she's not answering. Well, that's interesting. I took the star away. Oh man, if Miss BSN was here, I promise you she would know exactly what that was. Mm. Well, you know what I always say, the Sussexes hasn't put a single foot wrong. Well, I can only speak for the Sussexes. I can't speak for myself. Annie, if you can hear me, listen to me. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Oh, I thought that might help, but I see it didn't. I don't, what look, what made me think my singing was gonna bring her back, huh? Maybe he reads, maybe she sews, maybe they'll buy me a closet of clothes. Nothing, huh? I thought if I sang a little score from Annie, that would bring her back, but it didn't. Oh, boy, you guys, I can see where your loyalties are. Church Nelly. Really? Really, Church Nelly? Oh, Lord. You all are just pouring salt into my wounds. Maybe she has a phone call. Maybe she had to leave and didn't say goodbye. I'm gonna go back and look at this one more time. I can't imagine what went wrong. I don't think I put her in the timeout. It was a star. I don't know what that. Okay. Anna's last comment was, I've never watched Harry Potter either. And then I pushed that star, right? Oh, I tell you what. Why don't I do that? See? That was what she posted. And then somehow I hit a star, and I don't know what that star is for. So she's got to be there somewhere. You know what, you guys? I am going to sing from the hit musical Annie until she comes back. Oh man, I know. I don't know what happened. I took the star away and still she's not there. She'll be back. She's got to come back. Either that or she's just messing with my head. Um yes, come on back to the five and dime, Annie Espinoza. Annie Espinoza. Um I'll fix it later. Okay. So anyway, we have to move on, you guys. All right. So last but not least, let's finish off with the Cambridges. Let's finish off with the Cambridges today. Oh, gosh, it's almost been 2 hours. What in the world have I talked about for 2 hours? I can't believe this. Okay, we're going to wrap this up kind of fast. I cannot believe I have been on here for 2 hours. But yeah, we got to get out of here, y'all. Okay, so um, Prince William's plans revolution to modernize the monarchy. Duke of Cambridge holds crisis meeting with aides after string of public relations blunders during tour of the Caribbean. Their tour around Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas saw the couple face backlash. William holds abrupt talks with aides about the haphazard planning of the tour. Okay. So then over here, you can see this old paper from, oh, I think this was during the height of the pandemic, where they actually said when the Scotland didn't want them up there, right? Royals ignored Scott government appeal to scrap trip. They keep doing that. Why push in places where you're not wanted? Why? Why do that? But they did. And anyway, take a look there. The Home Office refuses the appeal of Lewin Williams. Let me clear. 72-year-old cancer patient to stay in the UK. Birmingham Live royal family is expecting to be welcomed with open arms and have photo ops with Jamaicans, right? And so I thought for sure, with all of the controversy going on, that there is absolutely no way in the world that they're still going to continue with that trip. But they just big fat did it anyway. Royal Mess departure flight carrying criminals to Jamaica. Now, notice criminals to Jamaica canceled after William and Kate's visit to the Caribbean. To avoid it raising tensions and overshadowing high-profile tour. Well, that didn't work. It was still a big mess. Thank you, Ty Fletcher, for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And I promise I won't ever accidentally put one of those stars next to your name. Whatever I did, I'm going to make sure that that never happens to you. Not because of the super sticker, but because now I'm going to be very, very careful so that I don't, um, you know, star anybody else. Ooh, that was freaky. I don't know how that happened though, but thank you, Ty Fletcher. I know I feel really bad. I don't know what I did. I mean, but the slide is still there, so she can't be blocked. I think Anna is probably away from home right now. Um, it's a long story. I'll tell you about it later. Uh, Prince William helicopter flights, private jets, multiple huge homes, personal train, climate change hypocrite. Okay, that's all I'll say about that. And of course, as you know, when they went on that last royal tour, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow it seems as though they lost half the Commonwealth. That's all I'm saying. is that it appears as though they went on that trip, and next thing you know, half the Commonwealth was gone. I don't know how that happened. It ain't none of my business, but I'm just saying, um, they had a lot to explain when he got back home. Yeah. I don't know if it was their charm, if it was their personality, but half the Commonwealth was gone. So, and if it wasn't gone, it will be soon. So, I don't know. I don't know. That's none of my business. I'm just gonna stick to what I know and what involves me and the Sussex squad, and I'm gonna leave that to the Cambridges to explain to Granny how they went on a royal tour and somehow lost half the Commonwealth. That's none of our business, right? That's their business. Okay, so then let's just move on. Uh, Let me see here. Okay. Well, if you insist, I mean, by popular demand, of course, if you insist. And that is how you lose half the Commonwealth. Okay, thank you, Emerald Derek, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much. Another stomach churning. Okay, but yeah. When I found this photo, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that one because it says so much. And I think of the Queen's disgust of so many situations. I mean, after all, she was the one who called her lazy. She's the one who and you know, when they said lazy Kate, and they said the Queen thought she was lazy and that she needs to get a job, and I'm pretty sure when the Queen saw some of those photos, like that famous photo of Kate in the back of that taxi. Okay, I know which one, right? Because there are quite a few photos in the back of a taxi, in the back of those black cabs, some more scandalous than others. I'm pretty sure when the Queen got a hold of those things, she decided, maybe if she got a job, she can, be more presentable. Um, really, Deborah the Funky Chicken? It does kind of look like that, though, doesn't it? Barbara Miller, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Saturday to you. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And if you um, if you hear anything from Anna, please let me know, y'all. Oh man, I see y'all still having some fun with that. Oh, I don't know what happened. She'll be back. I think she's just messing with my head. That's all. I mean, not many people get a chance to do that, so maybe she's exercising her prerogative. But again, thank you so much, Barbara Miller. And I am going to stay. I promise you that will never happen to you or anybody else again, except for the trolls. Ooh, wee. Uh, Nobody does it better. Oh boy. Well, never a dull moment, right? Okay, let's move on. So, right here, Prince William's plan palace revolution after abrupt staff meeting over tour blunder, right? And then over there, you see Prince William's plans palace revolution to modernize the monarchy. Duke of Cambridge holds crisis meetings with aides after a string of public relations blunders during tour of the Caribbean. Well, one is from the Mirror, the other is from the Fail, and either way, it doesn't matter. I kind of think it's just not going to make a difference because they don't change things. They just don't change. And least of all, William is not a very progressive thinker. I mean, things got so bad that when he first came home, they were supposed to have changed something, and they're still talking about it. William, I'll end royal era of never explain, right? Well, if you're saying what you're going to do in response, you're explaining yourself, aren't you? And you know what they say, if you're explaining, then you're probably losing. Like that other famous old saying, if you're not what is that they say? If you're not eating at the table, then you're probably on the menu, right? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, Anna. Anna, I will figure this out. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. And of course, there they are. When they got on the plane, some reporter happened to snap that photo of them sitting there, cajoling one another, trying to save face, trying to figure this out. He's probably texting his grandma, telling her, that's probably what he was doing. He was probably texting his grandma, letting her know we just lost half the Commonwealth. And of course, I've shown you this one before. And this is like one of my favorites from that occasion. This is that look you get when you put a star next to somebody's name and you didn't know exactly what you've done. That's the look that you have. when when your finger slips because it's got crumbs from a Keebler's pecan sandy cookie on it. When you get pecan sandy cookie crumbs on your mouse pad, your finger slips, and next thing you know, you didn't put a star next to somebody's name, even though you don't know what they done. Oh man. Oh well. Like I said, I'll fix it. I mean, things got so bad, they were even seen holding hands. Now you know that's bad when those two who can't stand each other are holding one another's hands. That's when you know things are bad is when they actually are holding hands with one another. That's when things have gone into a downward spiral. They were so shaken that they were actually seen holding hands. We haven't seen that since what, when did they get married? 2011? That's how bad things were. They literally took one another's hands.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So, exactly, that too. It was just too many black people around and they got nervous, so they decided to hold hands. You guys remember that time when Archie Bunker first met the Willises and Archie told Edith, say, Edith, stick close to me in case there's a you know what riot. Hey, Edith, there, stay close to me in case there's you know what riot. I can't say what, because that mess up. But yeah, so anyway, let's do that. Now, one of my favorite things was the if you look on the left side there, and thank you, Squatty, that sent me the other one. I love when they said Prince William and Kate are being watched carefully by Queen and Prince Philip to make sure they don't make any mistakes after the young royals got it badly wrong, experts reveal. And I'm just like, if that happened and they were being watched close, what would happen if nobody was paying attention to them? And I mean to tell you, that just tickled me so bad. I could not get that out of my mind. And so I went back and I found it to share. Well, it wasn't long after that that one of the squatties inboxed me on the Twitter. They found the same headline from another paper or very similar. It says Prince William and Kate are being watched carefully to curb royal mishaps in the future. If they were being watched so closely, how in the world did this happen? Right? If they were being watched so closely, how in the world did that happen? Obviously, not only should they watch them closely, they should never let them out of their sights because if they were being watched so closely, they would have never lost half the Commonwealth. So that's all I'm saying.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh man. I know that grin. That grin gets me every time. And of course, Prince William is incredibly close to wife Duchess Kate's parents. Uh, I'm telling you, those two right there, they played him like a fiddle. They got everything they wanted. They played him like a fiddle. They got everything they could have possibly wanted out of the Windsor family and so much more. They even got the other daughter married to a billionaire. I have to tell you, they're good. They are good. Yeah, they may not look like much, but they are as clever as can be. Okay, so with that, I am going to it's been over 2 hours. I cannot believe that. Thank you so much for coming to Royal Sussex today. If you have any comments that you'd like to share or anything you think Anna might have wanted me to know, that's not funny, y'all. I got to fix that. Um, Oh Lord. I got a feeling that after this video, she's going to be in the comment section and she's going to tell y'all, "Hey, I had to run some errands. I had some things that I had to do. Baron did not block me. He's wonderful. He's also very handsome and I think the world of him. So don't y'all give him a hard time because he works really hard for the squad and he's also very handsome. So he's very smart and he's always got nice things to say about the royal family. So don't give him a hard time. That's probably what she's saying right now while she's out running her errands and unable to reply because she's away from her phone or something. That's what's up. Thank you, Evelyn B, for being a new member. Nothing like that ever happens to members, by the way. Thank you so much for joining Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yeah, so again, I'm just paraphrasing what I think Anna is likely to say about this situation. So, with that, let me give our best love to our two queens. the Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and the Queen of Everything, Queen Doria. Um, and as Sweet Brown would say,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
yes, thank you.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, so ain't nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis. I smell chicken. No, I smell barbecue. Ain't nobody got time for that. Um, Audrey Teschner, I'm late. Um, will be on replay, and please don't give me. Oh, you beat me to it, Audrey. I was just about to say you're late. Well, I'm gonna have to give you a star. Oh man, you beat me to it. I was just about to say, oh, you're late. Well, you deserve a star for that, for the effort or whatever. But you beat me to it. So no star for you. Wow, that was right on time, Audrey. But I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Uh, so anyway, you guys, let's Ginger Avenger ourselves out of here. Anna Espinoza, wherever you are, I am ever so sorry this happened. I will do everything within my uh, very questionable, meager powers to fix this situation. I am so upset this has happened, and I will make everything right. You won't ever have to look at me like that. So okay. Q Ginger Avenger, you guys. Q Ginger Avenger. Let me take that away and let's get the Ginger Avenger going, okay? Okay, Ginger Avenger. You know, um, not that I'm superstitious or that I believe in fairy tales or anything like that, but what if by hitting that star, I have pushed her into some new dimension where there's a lion, there's a witch, there's a wardrobe. You know what I mean? I keep saying Narnia for some reason. What if I have pushed that star button and I have pushed her into some unknown space somewhere, you know what I mean? Some like what if Anna wakes up and she finds out she's in Montecito right now? Wouldn't that be weird? What if little Archie says, Papa, there's a woman out in the garden. A what? There's a woman out in the garden. And it turns out that Anna Espinosa is out there by the little tea house in Montecito. How would they explain? Yes, a time and space continuum. What if very good, thank you, Deborah. What if I have somehow sent Anna to like I don't know, like an alternative universe or something? You guys have seen Spider-Man. What if there's like what if like Anna gets there and there's two other Anna Espinosas? So gosh, that's weird. I better stay away from that star button. The soldier for the Sussex family, we love you and we know that it was a mistake. We're just joking about it. We know you're going to correct it. Oh, thank you, Verda Sanchez. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, there have been numerous times in history where the second son of the sovereign, Henry VIII, comes to mind, and more recent, Betty's father became the monarch when the brother abdicated. Ooh. Ooh. Do you think he likes spending that much time in Rose Garden? Ooh. you know, I tell you, I tell you, if something like that happened, the tabloids will have the biggest cash windfall that they could have ever imagined, just night and day manipulating and lying and doing the stuff that they usually do. But ooh, wouldn't that be something? Would that be something? But I mean, of course, we know it's not going to happen. But yes, if history is any indicator, then yeah. If the past is prologue, as they say, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I tell you, when the pandemic first started, that was the first thing I thought about was the big what if. Oh, by the way, you guys, before you go, for those of you that have stayed, I know most of y'all have seen this already, but I thought it was so much fun. I'll share it again in case you didn't see it yesterday. That I told you there was two images of Princess Anne. There was one that was obviously part of the contract, the invisible contract, and then there's the real image of Princess Anne strutting around that corner. And I have it right here. There it is right there. That's Princess Anne's real hair. They usually crop it for the photos just so that the other people can fit inside of the frame. And if you notice, she even has a little hair pick in her hand. So that's the real Princess Anne. So don't be fooled by those photos. Either that or maybe somebody doctored the photo. I'm still not sure. But there she is, Afro Annie, looking every bit um, the ancestor of Queen Charlotte, looking every bit the ancestor of our dear Queen Charlotte. That's her. That's the real Afro Annie. That's the one that they hide from the public. That's the one who someone tried to abduct that day, and she was like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm not going with you. That's Annie. That's our Afro Annie. That's her right there. So yeah, that's a little treat for you all staying late and relishing these last moments of Royal Sussex today. And I think for myself, I am going to probably take me a nap at some point. How about a little what's that? You can't see it that well. I'll see if I can find a close up for you. I'll find a close up so you guys can really see the details. Yeah, because that is kind of far away. Um, do I have a better one? Let's see. Something a little closer up, maybe. Yeah, I do. I do. I do. Okay, there we go. There's one with some more detail. Yeah, see? There you go. That's that that Moorish, Portuguese Moorish hair right there. There you go. Come on, Afro Annie. Ladies and gentlemen, Afro Annie has left the building. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. And Lydia, Church Nelly, Anna, moderators, if you hear from her on another um, channel, please let me know and I will take care of it. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good day. Love you all.